You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Extreme Rules After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Extreme Rules After Show.
Right there. Yeah, it's Extreme Rules, baby.
Yeah.
There's the music from Airborne. We're blasting it. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to start it off with a birdie. Boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen, welcome to AfterBuzz TV, where we're brought to you by Bing. And Bing is for doing, and we're here doing another live after pay-per-view recap show for Extreme Rules. Bing it on, baby, bing it on. I am your host, Ryan Smiley Katz, because there is no GQ money anymore.
Money's done.
And I am joined by my triple threat tag team of broadcast
Money's
brilliance. Ryan Morals Clum.
The victorious Ryan Morals Club.
Josh JP Female Demo Padgett. And Cathy, call her Baywatch Kelley.
Yeah.
But even though it's not a swimsuit, you got the Baywatch vibe going right now. Let's rock that slow motion.
Well, she's not wearing the shorts anymore.
No,
that she
but
had
it's
on
just
earlier.
the upper body. We get the red cut. We get the V going right
Yeah, it's
there.
a little Baywatch swimsuitish going.
Baywatch-esque.
Baywatch-esque.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
baby.
it's red
That's really the only reason.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
and
it.
low cut.
And low cut. Yeah, exciting. Do we think any
Cathy
comments
Kelley
in the
equals
chat room
ratings.
right away? Any opening comments on Cathy Kelley's get-up for the evening?
Whoa.
Whoa is correct.
Uh-oh.
Whoa. Man.
Does that mean something not so PG?
That was probably not for me. I think that was for something else.
Oh, okay.
We're a little amped up. We're a little giddy. We're a little goofy.
Bit. Yeah, end of the weekend.
As people would
And
say.
it's late.
That's right, baby. And after watching
Past
that
our
pay-per-view,
bedtime.
I am high on life and under the influence of retirement.
Yeah.
Start off this pay-per-view with the match that has been hyped a lot over the last few weeks with a little dance contest and the miscellaneous antics that have been going on. Y2J Chris Jericho taking on newcomer Fandango. I didn't breathe in.
No.
I didn't breathe in the A's on that one.
There it is.
Go ahead and give it to me. You sound
Come
good.
on, Josh.
Fandango.
It's pretty good.
bad.
Not bad.
That's my
pretty
first time
good.
doing it.
I don't think that was good enough. I think
I don't
somebody
believe
needs
that
to
was
do
your
it
first
one more
time,
time. Someone needs to do it one more time. Kathy, do it right.
I can't do it.
Do it right, Kathy.
Kathy doesn't breathe in the A's.
Just
She can't do it.
Go. I can't do it.
Josh, what's up with the way you've been dressed in the last couple weeks? You've been a little too casual for my liking.
What are you talking about?
He was Maddoxing, and then Maddox disappeared, so he stopped.
Last Monday, I wore a suit. Oh, no, that was 2 weeks ago.
I think it was 3.
Was it? I was at the beach today. I ran straight here.
All right, I got you.
He was Baywatching today.
I was Baywatching.
Matchup pretty good. We got
And
Summer
your
Rae on the
girlfriend
intro.
looks amazing. She just was at the beach,
Well,
too.
I drove and
just
she
saying.
changed.
Just saying.
Summer Rae making the entrance, and boy, did she look good tonight.
Wow, yeah, what a great outfit.
I wonder if, since she did such a great job on Raw Monday, if we're going to see more of her and our favorite is going to be phased out.
I think Summer looked amazing tonight. She looked phenomenal.
But
she's still not a dancer.
But she is a
I love my girl.
She's a person on the roster that
She is a
they don't
person
have
on the roster.
they don't have to pay extra to that's already on payroll. So that's I agree with you. I agree with you, but just from a financial thing, if you've got a girl that's on the roster that's doing okay now.
A bunch of talent releases this last weekend, including 2 diva girls from NXT. So she's got to be thinking, wow, I'm up to the main roster in perfect timing.
Yeah, who got cut? Anya and
Audrey Marie.
Audrey Marie.
I was a little shocked on that one.
Which one was Audrey Marie? I don't.
She's like a country girl.
Okay.
Jean shorts.
Yeah.
And then Anya, I don't. She was
Anya was a
relatively
big.
new,
Anya was a
right?
larger woman.
And she was a newer.
She was very Amazonish.
Okay.
I believe foreign as well with that.
I think 7 releases total, right?
7.
Percy Watson.
Percy,
Oh, no.
Derek Bateman,
Yeah.
Making some changes.
Riley Pierce.
Dolph Ziggler's brother, Riley Pierce, which is a very interesting. Sakamoto, who we were just talking about last week, that we would love to see with
Him and Yoshi?
I guess that won't happen now.
No, sir.
Not big on that.
Best of luck on your future endeavors.
What was it, Braven?
Where are they gonna go?
Or
Matt Braden or something like that?
Something
I don't
like
remember
that.
the other
Travis
name or two.
Braven or
Something
maybe
like that. Where are they going to go? It's a good question.
That's sad. Like, that's what you've built up to your entire life, and then to not even make it to...
The question is, if you have that passion and heart, you're going to continue on to try to actually get hired back.
Right. Well, the
Does
question
that ever
is,
happen?
Absolutely.
was this all these people's dreams? I mean, some of them, but some people just, hey,
Walk
you know,
into an
you should be
opportunity.
walk into an opportunity. And you see a lot of
I
times
feel
guys.
like that's more the girls than the guys.
No, a lot of guys too, actually.
A lot of the football players and former
and-
All-Americans from
Yeah.
other sports in college get recruited and drafted.
Biggie.
Because they're basically going after almost two types. They're going after the super athletes, the football players, the collegiate wrestlers, and then now more the indie wrestlers. That's where they're getting their wrestlers from, is now the independents.
Well, for the first match of a pay-per-view, normally you like to start it off hot. Normally you like to, get a little intensity and get the crowd amped up with the match. And I think we got that out of this match between Fandango and Jericho. Although not as... I don't know if it clicked as much as they would have liked.
I liked Jericho just sitting in the corner, or like
You like the
lying in the
lounge.
corner. Yeah, that was cool.
I'll call it the Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels kind of made that.
Looked smug.
Other people did it before him too, but Michaels made it
I
famous
do it all
just
the time
laying in
too.
the corner.
Yeah, I think that's where I probably got it from.
I believe I've done it in the Hobo feud as well.
Everybody does it.
It's because it's just fun to do.
It is fun to do. I do it before like every match.
Absolutely. It's just fun to kick your feet up on that corner and relax and
You
be
just
like,
get to
hey.
lay down.
Yeah. Intense action. Like I said, kind of some missteps, some miscommunication. You
Yeah.
were mentioning when we were watching that maybe Jericho, you think, is frustrated with the rookie that
A little
maybe
bit.
he doesn't listen
He doesn't
to him.
listen to him. Maybe we had talked about. I think it was the week you were not here when he was pulling at Fandango's leg on Raw and saying, listen to me, listen to me. It seems that there's been these two haven't been on the same page completely. It hasn't been terrible. It's not like they're completely off page.
Yeah, it was good.
But there's just something.
It was good. It wasn't great.
They're a half step off from
That's
each other.
how you can describe the entire night.
Yeah.
Their match at Mania didn't seem like there was anything really off. I don't remember.
No, it was good. I mean, actually, I think people enjoyed it.
I don't.
But I remember that match. He was like, "Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't say anything," and he was like, "No, it's Fandango."
Right.
You know?
Jericho's a pro. He'll work with anyone. They just don't have magic together. I mean, it's.
I
you don't
like them
always,
together.
I think they're together interesting as a character, or as far as characters working against each other. Actual in-ring work, I don't know that they really hook up well.
Kathy would like to fight you over that opinion. Right
I mean, and it's
Look
not.
at that
it's-
look in her
it's-
eyes.
it's
She looks like
nothing-
she wanted to
it's nothing-
laser beam a hole through
It's
your
nothing
face.
wrong with them. I mean, there's certain people that just when you work, you work with certain people better than others.
Jericho works really well with Dolph, I think.
Jericho works with most people.
With most people?
He's one of those guys that can do that.
I think he works well with Fandango. I don't know. I liked it.
I thought it was okay.
I
like I
don't
said,
think it's not terrible.
It
It's
was
a half
top
step off.
half of the matches
No.
for me tonight.
no one wants you to point out the, when someone like quote botches or makes a mistake. But there was some miscues towards the end where there was just some timing issues that seemed weird.
There was a pretty big mistake.
Fandango kind of
with
clipped the leg a little bit.
Kitchen sink.
The knee to the gut, the knee to the stomach. No, it's not the kitchen sink. It's the knee to the stomach. He was. It looks like he was supposed to go for that, and he thought Jericho was going to roll him up, and Jericho was going for the knee, like he was going to sell the knee to the stomach, and he took the bump and sold the stomach when Fandango didn't throw a knee.
In the end, a huge top rope code breaker for the finish. Nice finishing move.
Nice finish. It was a cool match. It was a good opener.
It was
a
good.
solid opener.
It was decent. It was decent. Quick promo by Sheamus hyping up that strap match.
Which is the match I think we were all looking for.
I've been looking forward to that for like a week and a half, and as we've been talking to some other wrestling fans who had said to me, "Oh, I'm not really looking forward to the pay-per-view," I'd sit and look at them and be like, "You're not looking forward to this pay-per-view. This pay-per-view is gonna be incredible. There's great matches on this card," and yeah, a lot of them were just like, it's a strap match."
Yeah.
I'll even go like Kathy right here. Not familiar historically with strap matches, so it didn't seem like it was a gimmick that you were that interested in.
There were a lot of things in it that didn't make sense to me. I liked it a lot, though.
Yeah, we'll get to the match in a minute. It's coming up soon. But We'll get to that. Kofi versus Dean Ambrose with the United States Championship on the line.
This was good.
Predictions going in, I definitely had Ambrose. I actually made the call before this that I figured that all belts were going to change place on this pay-per-view. Yeah. This is the first title up for grabs, and this was a nice back-and-forth matchup. You get great athleticism out of Kofi Kingston. You get tenacity out of Dean Ambrose, and I think this one clicked pretty well.
Yeah, I love he added a chicken wing to his repertoire.
A la Hall of Famer Bob Backlund.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Friend of our Maria Menounos.
Yeah.
I noticed a couple weird things.
Ambrose is so good.
He is good.
He's amazing.
I noticed before Kofi did the boom drop, he didn't do any booms today.
No.
No boom, boom, boom. And then the leg drop, he just kind of just casually kind of was like.
And
I like your casually.
No one could hear. The people not watching didn't hear anything right there. Yeah.
But Ambrose all night was ducking those kicks really well. He kept whipping his head back really fast, and Kofi would just miss him, and he's like, haha. Like, Dean Ambrose smiling a lot more tonight, too, that you never really see from him.
I felt bad for Kofi because he's gotten, like, he's so good, and I feel like he didn't have the title for that long.
Happens.
He's one of those guys.
He's one of those guys.
Kane held the WWE Championship for a night, I think.
No, but I think every time that Kofi does win a championship, he does lose it pretty quick.
Yeah, they pull it off.
Within a week.
I don't understand.
He gets this really quick, massive push.
He's so good. He's got personality. Like, why is he not used more?
He does have the intangible X factors, and it's interesting that.
It's almost like they go, oh, we want to change the belt from heel to heel, so we'll just throw it on Kofi for a day.
It's so weird
be the in-between guy.
They're missing so many guys right now. Like, The Miz isn't around. Like,
he's back.
He's back.
But
pre-show.
He wrestled tonight.
But at the same time, like, he hasn't been around for a while. Who else? Like, Punk has been out for a couple weeks. Dolph is out now. Like, this is your opportunity to use more of Kofi, and like, they just took his title.
Yeah, and I mean that's actually a good point. We've lost a lot of main event stuff, and I thought the undercard stepped up tonight over the main eventers, the main eventers here. I thought the guys like the Shield and them were really stepping up tonight.
Ambrose
Mark
hits
Henry.
a double chicken wing superplex off the top.
That was cool.
Strong style. Kofi attempts to hit Trouble in Paradise. Dean Ambrose ducks. Kofi springs off the ropes.
You missed when he hit Trouble in Paradise on Kofi, because JBL brings up a really good point there. Kofi goes for Trouble in Paradise. Dean Ambrose on the apron, hits him, knocks Ambrose out of the ring, and then Kofi proceeds to go out to get him to throw him back in the ring. JBL started flipping out, going, "You are in a championship match. It's a major mistake. Kofi should be going for a count out now." He just hit him. He is down on the ground. Win the match.
Because Kofi's defending his belt.
He wants to
absolutely
win any way you can. So instead, so JBL started yelling about stupid young pride. All this is stupid young pride throwing him, and it was great because obviously that is a mistake that Kofi would make, and props to JBL for picking up on that and telling that story and helping Kofi with that story. It's phenomenal.
I think someone like the Miz, that'd be like a great move for a face like a guy like Miz to like knock a dude out and like go, oh, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna hang out in the ring and just smile smugly like he always does. I think that would be awesome.
If you caught my match on Saturday, I kept kicking the guy out of the ring and trying to win by count out.
But you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy. That's different.
Little shameless plug in there. If you got my match.
All right. As we move on, Kofi
we didn't get to finish. Yeah, go on.
Kofi misses the Trouble in Paradise, lands in the ropes, springs, bounces off the ropes. Ambrose picking him up in the headlock, hitting that driver right there.
We need a name for that.
2, 3.
Ambrosia.
I like that. The Ambrosia.
Yeah. Right?
There you go. There you go. The Ambrosia.
Isn't Ambrosia like a Jello? Like
isn't it a drink? Some sort of.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's like half of it reminds me of like the drink that you would have in Europe, and the other half is like what your grandma has for dinner.
Wasn't that the drink in the original Battlestar Galactica? Ambrosia, what's everyone was drinking? Sure. I think it was.
I'm binging it.
I'm gonna do my nerd alert thing again. Battlestar Galactica.
Ambrosia is sometimes food or drink for the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It wasn't Battlestar Galactica.
Because me and my friends would always like when we have something tasty, be like, ambrosia. You know.
What if it was denied?
Dean.
Boo. That's all right.
Ambrosia salad is.
All right, we're going off subject.
It's fruit and jelly.
We're gonna get buzzed. We're gonna get buzzed.
No, we're not.
I think that's relevant. Yeah.
It's totally relevant.
So.
I don't think anyone's totally ducked out of the Trouble in Paradise and had that kind of
absolutely
reversal.
That was a very cool.
Well, the way that Kofi took the bounce into the ropes was pretty
did
cool.
great there. Yeah.
We all knew that the Shield was gonna win these.
Of course.
Though.
And once again, Kofi hitting like a beautiful.
I think we all thought the Shield were going to win the tag team, but I think most consensus when looking around what people were talking about on the social media.
I thought it would be all three of them.
I think most people were saying they thought that Ambrose was going to get screwed with some sort of schmaz DQ and not win the belt.
Yeah.
Everyone
Not the way they've been booking the Shield.
I agree. I said triple gold all along. But
I love that the rest of the Shield didn't come in and interfere during that match. I thought that made them look so freaking strong that he can win a match without any help.
And it sets him apart from the likes of like the NWO and the Nexus or DX, like any of these type of factions that were bad guys. They would always do whatever they can to win and cheat. And it was like, no, you go out there and do it. I mean, when Hogan did that at WrestleMania 18, the Outsiders came out and said, "What the heck was that, man?" And he told him, "Look, I'm gonna do this myself." So it's not a face turn for the Shield, but it made him look super strong.
It was,
and I like
absolutely.
it.
That was
super strong. You know what else is super strong? Our rating on iTunes.
They're wondering where yours.
Head on over to iTunes if you're into all of these AfterBuzz after show recaps. Rate, subscribe, and comment. Let your friends know as well. iTunes.
Yeah.
Keyword
iTunes.
AfterBuzz or AfterBuzz TV. You'll find it both ways.
And if you want to see our faces, we're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's the best place.
Watch us on YouTube.
Tweety tweets.
Watch us on YouTube.
Watch us on
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube.
What's going on today?
I don't know.
It's late.
People are going to be commenting, what was Clum on tonight?
I'm high, what is it?
Like
I'm
last week.
high on life and...
under the influence of... And then you pick your word. I chose
okay, you were retirement. Okay. Victory.
There you go. You are giddy and under the influence of victory.
Absolutely.
Was this billed as an
Still
Indian
undefeated
strap
in
match, or was
PW.
this just billed as a strap match?
Just a strap match, I think, right?
Because it's normally an Indian strap
Is
match,
it an
right?
Indian strap match?
No, am I wrong?
I could be. I think that's probably one of them.
Indian
I think
strap match.
I think so. You're right. Yeah. You're right. And I think didn't they call the Texas Tornado match just a tornado match earlier?
Yeah.
Or
We
later
talked
on.
about it a little bit earlier. Sheamus taking on the world's strongest man.
What I mean, this is a match I was looking most forward to tonight. And I loved this match. It should have been longer.
Yeah, I didn't love the match. This was the match that I was looking most forward to.
It was my favorite match of the night.
It let me down.
Really? I thought it was good. It needed 10 more minutes. I mean, I thought
absolutely
these
needed
guys,
more time. They needed more time to tell a good story.
Yeah, it was I love the opening stuff with when they
the flicking of so when they were putting it on, and Sheamus keeping a little slack and ended up flicking the leather strap in the face of Mark Henry, and Henry flipped.
He just keeps flipping. Yeah.
He like points to the ray. What is that? He can't do that.
And then he puts the thing down. He steps on the strap with to
stop the slack.
To stop it, and then
pulls it out.
Bumps him like a really cool open there.
I love that.
It was great.
Yeah.
Mark Henry actually early on wrapping up Sheamus's feet, kind of incapacitating him so he can drag him around. We had the technology up with the lights, red and green lights,
Very
as they
cool.
touch the corners. I think they've had it before.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. I mean, it's nothing super technological.
I mean, it's tough to go tell you everything that happened in this match. I mean, obviously, everyone looking to try to get the 4 consecutive corners. There was a moment where Sheamus was at 3 of them. Henry tried to stop Sheamus from getting to the 4th, ends up hitting the world's strongest, goes for the world's strongest slam. I'm already at the finish at this point.
Yeah.
Do you want anything else before that?
You know what? I loved where Sheamus was on the outside going, like they had different ways they were trying to get the.
See,
I
don't
love
really
the storytelling.
I don't really get the advantage of what the outside really did for you.
Yeah. Because you would still have to get him.
And it's actually harder to maneuver around those ring posts.
It just was Henry just walked over to the ropes,
different.
it'd be fine.
I mean, if you really break down the psychology,
No,
but
it's
maybe
neat that they
it
tried
doesn't make
something
sense,
different,
but
but
it looked different. And
I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying, like, realistically, I don't think it's an advantage of what he did.
Probably not. if you really want to break it down, but sometimes those things you just kind of let go.
I wish that there was something more definitive about the strap match where
The breaking
it's
of the
not
count.
just
The finish
breaking
was-
of
I
the
didn't
count.
like the finish.
Just in general, like I don't like that there is, if two guys, like if one guy hits the other guy, that stops it. I think it should be, the second guy has to tap one of the things to stop it.
Okay,
There
I
needs to be
understand.
better
He erases it.
rules.
No,
Yeah.
I think they change the rules pretty often on these types of things.
They do, but you're right, and especially with the finish, it was like, when do the lights go off? Because the three...
Right, they haven't exchanged for a while.
They
Technically,
were on
it should
for a
have been
long
off.
time.
Yeah.
It should have been off. 100%.
So let's get into this finish. So Sheamus has hit 3 of them right now. There's a big exchange going on in the middle. Sheamus goes for the 4th. Henry blocks, goes for the world's strongest slam. Sheamus able to counter, hits the brogue kick. So based on what the earlier, what was going on earlier in the match,
The spot took too
at this
long.
point, based on the spot taking a long time, lights should have been reset, and we're back
Absolutely.
at 0. Instead, Sheamus hits it, and we get 4 corners hit.
Yeah.
Sheamus gets the win in this match. Here's why it let me down. Sheamus didn't get whipped by that strap too much.
Yes. And do you think it's possibly because he took such a beating 2 weeks ago?
Absolutely.
And he's like, I don't want to do that again?
Absolutely. I
Mark
think
Henry
that's
beat the crap
possible.
out of me. I don't want to do that again?
Absolutely, I believe that's possible. But the problem is all the hype was based on that one picture of seeing the welts on his back and seeing the effect that it had on his body, which obviously painful. And you got to give it up. And I can understand Sheamus's viewpoint of saying, I don't want to get whipped
Well, then
too
give him
much.
a bump, man. Give him a little
I agree.
But you don't want to do that, maybe we'll make it worth your while.
I think one of the reasons I was looking forward to this match was I wanted to see at the end of it Sheamus's body covered in welts and red marks.
It wasn't long enough.
Well, because it's real. It's like, oh my
No, I
God,
agree.
what a
I
whoop.
agree.
Semi-sadist.
Well, no, and it's safe. I mean, it's not that stuff that cleans up. It heals relatively quickly.
I remember when I had to take a belt whooping when I was in TNA. Christopher Daniels was whipping me, and they made me wear like one of the little weightlifter, like the weight loss belts,
right?
Like to protect me. They were worried about hitting me like with straight shots, and I was like, I'm not worried about it.
Like, I'm
no.
XPW, baby. I jump off 30-foot balconies.
Well, I felt that it made me look weak. That like they wrapped me up, and they all wanted me to do it in the end, and I didn't want to. But then I know it was after match. It didn't matter, but like certain people then see you wearing it and they're like, oh, he's a baby, he can't take it. It's like, no, you guys made me put it on pretty much.
Were you mostly a manager in TNA or did you wrestle matches for them?
No matches. It was all outside. So we were just cult followers. It was 3 of us.
Oh, you and with Daniels, right?
Me, Delirious without a mask.
Oh, really?
And Nate Webb were together.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Mark Henry looked really, really weak tonight.
Yeah, you made a
and
point.
that's something
that's almost sickly.
But
no,
right?
no,
you
not
made a
even.
point about appearance in the beginning of the match.
Appearance-wise, yes, but
his strength as a
they're
performer.
always trying to make him look
Be
like
the
the
monster.
strongest man and the monster that he is. And tonight, he looked really, really like they made him look weak.
I agree, man. They booked him super weak on this.
Yeah,
like,
you're
even
right. Sheamus came off looking
No
strong.
power, no.
Yeah.
Nothing.
There was the strong point of the match where he's carrying Sheamus and hitting all the things.
Yeah,
so Sheamus
that was
is
cool.
still
I
hitting
love that.
every
That was
I
cool.
love
That was great.
That's cool, but it's like that's the only moment you gave Mark Henry really, and and Sheamus was still like overdoing, was canceling that out for him.
He got a couple good
I
bumps
wanted
on
to see
They
Sheamus.
him.
needed a
That was it.
major heat segment where he was just whipping the crap out
Well, that was
of
the
them.
thing. Is
Absolutely.
as the finish went in, we were kind of like, oh, we're just in the heat right now,
Yeah.
right? We got a lot to go, and then they go home, and we're
I
like,
thought there was another 15 minutes to go in the match.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sheamus could have survived this if he lost. It's not a big deal.
Way too low on the card. Way not enough time for this match.
Yeah,
but still my favorite match of the show, probably.
Disappointing.
We're up there.
Divas in the backstage, and I actually liked this segment a lot.
Bad promo, good brawl.
I didn't mind the promo.
Really?
Even.
I didn't like the
AJ
promo.
on the phone. Caitlyn walks in, kind of tells AJ, "Hey, I've been speaking with Vicky, and looks like you're kind of ducking me on this match. I know Ziggler's hurt, and you're so depressed and too depressed to fight for the Divas title. But what are you gonna do about it?" And what was the copper tone baby joke?
It's because they always pull his pants down and you can see his butt.
The copper tone baby.
I didn't get it. I had to really stretch for that.
You're
That
either
was
depressed because of the concussion or because your boyfriend is the adult version of a copper tone baby.
If this
you know
is
the
the
dog
only
pulling
time-
the little
yeah.
pants down?
Yeah,
on
no,
the
I know
copper
exactly
tone,
what you're
If this is all you're going to use the Divas for all night long, write some good material for them.
They canceled their match, I mean,
Yeah.
and it felt like some the match later on we thought was maybe had some time cut on it. Swagger and Del Rio felt like it was a cut match.
So AJ starts acting a little crazy. Caitlyn calls her Looney Tunes. Caitlyn calls her Looney Tunes, and then she says, "Call me Looney Tunes again." Go ahead. And Caitlyn's like, "That's all, folks." And then
so antagonizing.
I thought it was pretty funny on that one. I like that part. And then AJ looks at her and is like, "It's appropriate that you're quoting a pig." And as Caitlyn walked off, she came back and attacked from behind. You have a problem with this.
What's that?
You have a problem again. Faces are always doing the blind side of the
first, but when you
justified the
piggy
retaliation.
thing. Yeah, I didn't hear the piggy thing at first. I don't love it, but it's okay. You can get away
why
with it.
do they keep on bringing up weight? I don't like that.
Yeah,
like make fun of something else.
Piggy
She's
James,
not a pig.
man, they're going. I agree.
Beast. She is strong.
She's in beast mode, is what it is. She's not a beast. She's beast mode.
She's beast mode. I don't get it, but
stop making fun of
I think she's incredible
on national television.
Yeah. I think she's a beautiful woman. I think she's unbelievable, and she's Smiley's favorite diva of all time.
He's texting her right now.
Yep, he is.
What up? Saw your promo today. It's good.
You guys are funny. Jack Swagger, the Swagger Jacker.
Jack Swagger, the Swagger Jacker.
Man, we just went through that whole strap match and didn't make a strap-on joke.
No, you just said it.
You did say it.
You made enough of those last week. WWE Monday.
Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. This one is this is just Extreme Rules, right?
This is the I Quit match.
This is the I Quit, right?
Where they're literally.
Did you watch tonight?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to remember.
Where they've got the microphone.
Screw you, Cathy Kelley.
30 seconds into the match, they're asking, "Do you quit? Do you quit?"
Yeah, that was ridiculous. On the first punch, on the first slam, whatever. Or do you quit? Come on, that was ridiculous. This is what we said. Did we think that they cut some time right before going through the curtain? Because it just seemed like there was a rush start almost.
Yeah,
and then with them going into the microphones, it was just awkward.
It did feel like it was one of those things where it's rushed and you're just trying to get everything in instead of cutting things.
It did start with the promo by Zeb Coulter, who said that America is going down the toilet, and Jack Swagger is a ray of light.
Don't get me started on this.
In a sea of darkness.
Don't make me get political.
And then he got political. Talk about it, Clum, a little. I'll reel you in.
All I'll say is Mr. Coulter spoke the truth tonight. That's all I'll have to say.
He's saying that there's problems in America with the government and the people.
Saying there's a lot of problems, and he only spoke of 2 of 3 scandals, and the biggest one was not spoken about.
So then after this long promo is done, you, just like Jack Swagger, would get on the mic and give a "We the people."
That's all he said.
He was so stoked when they wrote for it because he's got something he can remember now. Yeah, we the people. Gosh. We the people. We the people.
At least he doesn't need cue cards.
Actually, there was a little bit more.
No,
before
he does
the
need cue cards.
There was a little bit more before the "We the People," because actually
this is Jack Swagger's America.
Because Zeb actually said that they should change the name from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Caribbean Cardinals.
Yep.
And that you cheering Alberto Del Rio means that you've quit on America, and that's what triggered the Swagger "We the People."
And then, why isn't he going around going, "This is the great melting pot," and bringing up Ellis Island and how this is a country.
Del Rio?
Del Rio, yeah. Why don't they go that route? This country was built by this and that, and the hard work of people from other lands, and that's what I'd be doing if I was the babyface.
That's what you would be doing.
Bring up Ellis Island, man.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Bring it up.
He never went into the history of that stuff. Del Rio never went into the history. I know there was one promo leading into WrestleMania where he was saying, like, "Look, man, I came here and worked my butt off, and I'm proud to be, I
was born in Mexico, but I was made in America."
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people booing Zeb Coulter, and I'm like, y'all aren't listening to him, are you?
Look at you guys putting over the promo as if it was this master face promo.
When he gets into the Caribbean Cardinals,
it should have been a face promo.
Okay,
like that stuff, but everything in the beginning was completely true. And JBL was like, "You stupid people should be listening to the guy. He's making complete sense."
His whole promo from SmackDown wasn't bad. I was like, oh. Okay, well,
because the lemmings in the audience are too busy with Angry Birds.
Angry Birds is so
open your eyes, people.
Kathy's just into dissing us all.
I know.
She's just
That's the
look at
only
her.
reason
They're
she's
making
here.
an
Look at
Angry
her
Birds movie.
legs crossed.
How is that
she's
possible?
leaned back.
It's gonna be bad.
Relaxed and just ready to rip on us.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds so weird.
It did. That's my head.
Awful.
Dude.
But
Lillian Garcia comes up to the comes on and gives a little intro.
In Spanish.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Spanish.
That's totally that's gimmick infringement, man. That's stealing up on Ricardo's deal.
I'm just signaling Josh. Sorry. Yeah, it was definitely
like
taken
that.
away on the gimmick right there.
It's like
pulled away a little bit of the pop.
You think she?
I think she approved it.
You
I think it
she
was
approved
cleared.
that? You don't
Personally,
think she did
I think
that
it
on
was
her own?
cleared and approved. I think they said this will be a great idea. If
Terrible
after that,
idea.
That's I think they figured it was a great idea.
Yeah, it's a bad idea.
Match is not bad though, not bad.
I liked when they
Swagger Del Rio.
Yeah.
I liked when they pulled
I was not a fan of
the
this match
side
at all.
of the wall down
That was cool.
and put Del Rio
Yeah,
over
that was
it.
cool.
That was really cool.
I've never seen
that
the inside
before.
of the barricade like
Suicide
that before.
dive by Alberto Del Rio where it looked like they cracked heads. There is that moment you just said, Swagger pulling
Classic
down the guardrail.
swags.
Classic swag.
Swagger then gets
Classic swags.
Swagger then gets thrown into the steps. ADR works his arm on hand on the steps, and then the kendo sticks come out for the first time in the evening.
Yeah.
You know, we got a lot of repetition tonight.
Yes.
Kendo sticks
Yes.
were used constantly, and we must have seen 11 spears.
Well, I mean, I did the SmackDown thing earlier today, and when I watched SmackDown for Friday, there was 2 finishers. I mean, SmackDown isn't that long of a show, and 2 of the matches of the night were finished with a spear from Roman Reigns and Caitlyn.
I've seen matches.
And I'm sitting here going, why
I've
is
seen
everybody a spear?
SmackDowns where 3 matches ended with a schoolboy. You know, I mean, you see it all. You see them do it all the time. Repeat finishes.
Yeah, but a schoolboy's not a finisher.
Yes, it is. No, but it's a finish.
I mean, it's a finish, but it's not
seen-
your special
yeah.
move, you know.
No. But you still don't want the same finish in 3 matches on the same show, and you'll see that sometimes.
Swagger ties up ADR's arms in the ropes, beats on his chest with the kendo stick. Constant trying to...
What's the other name for the kendo stick they call?
Shanai?
No, they're
Singapore cane?
Singapore cane. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's what they used to call it in ECW, right? The Singapore cane.
Del Rio constantly trying to work that reverse arm breaker and hooks it in on the ropes, over the ropes, and then Swagger just with the right hand that drops him.
He grabs
with the
he grabs-
microphone.
yeah, he
And
grabs
I
the
almost
microphone
wanted
from
to
the
see that be a finish right there, because
That
that
would've
was,
been fine.
yeah, you know, the using his finisher on the ropes that technically would be illegal usually, that, you know, makes it a much bigger finish. But
no,
we got a stupid finish instead.
I'm trying to think back to the other past I Quit matches, and I don't remember the ref always constantly asking.
No.
Like
Usually it would be when a guy is down or in a move where he's really in pain.
And you say, "Ask him,
but
referee."
you don't ask him on a body slam or a shoulder tackle.
Yeah.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
And there was a time that I had a problem. So Swagger, I think Swagger had Del Rio in almost over the post and like bending his back, and he's like, "Ask him, ref." And the referee asks him, "You want to quit?" And he goes, "No." So
then
he
he
lets
lets
him
go.
go. So he lets him go.
And this
he
happened
rolls
multiple
back in.
times.
It's
Multiple
like,
times this
you
match.
have him in a submission hold. Why are you like, just because he said no there, you let him go? You keep him in the hold. You make him break it.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, not great psychology by Jack there.
ADR gets a big super kick. Swagger hits 2 gut wrench power bombs, and then once again, ADR reversing control goes for the cross arm breaker, reverse to an ankle lock. And as that was going on, there's an exchange then that starts on the outside. Ricardo's holding the towel in desperation. Now that his man is in the ankle lock, will he throw in the towel for him? And as that happens, Zeb Coulter walks by, grabs the towel out of Ricardo's hands, pushes him away, throws it into the ring. Ref sees the towel, calls for the bell. Jack Swagger gets the win.
Clum is not happy.
I don't like this. This is terrible.
But then I think referee Rod Zapata, I believe
For a
is
lot
his
of
name,
reasons, this is terrible.
comes down to the ring to tell Mike Chioda what happened. He says, "Hey, it wasn't Del Rio's. It wasn't Ricardo who threw." It's hard. I always when I want to say their names, it's a pain in the butt from Ricardo and Del Rio. You know, it wasn't Ricardo that sent it in, that threw in the towel. And then Chioda says, "Okay, let me take a look." And he goes over to the timekeeper's area. And all of a sudden today, despite that they've never had it for however many years of wrestling we've been watching,
there's been no rule change that we've been told about.
they pull out a monitor, and officially, as of tonight, we have instant replay, I guess.
So now you have to have it
There could never be a disputed
ever
claim.
again. You can never have a disputed thing, and this is why I hate when I hate when referees come down and tell the other referee, no, this went wrong.
Would that work in UFC?
Because no. Well, not for that reason. But when you do it once, you have to do it every time. So now a disputed where the referee's just stupid makes no sense. Because why isn't another referee coming down? Because that's the protocol we've set. And it causes so many problems just from a writing and creative standpoint when you have that. So you should never have the referee come in and do that. The referee's decision, in my opinion, should always be final. Because when you start messing with it, you start messing with continuity. And now
that you have instant replay.
And now we've got instant replay. We may never hear from. We may never hear from it again.
I don't think we will. I think it was a one night only thing.
It was really weird.
It was the purple bridge getting the people from one side of the river to the other because we have lazy riders that don't know how to get them across.
I have no idea what that purple bridge is.
It's just making something. It's just when a lazy rider makes something up, they're in a problem. They go, I don't know how to get someone from point A to point B, so they magically create something to get them there instead of creatively coming up with a real solution. It's a lazy solution you see in a lot of riding. You see it all the time. And I think that's all this was.
CK, what were you going to say?
Someone wrote in chat roll, Alberto Del Rio, or ADR, another damn rematch.
Oh, that's very funny.
That's why I was laughing earlier, not at you.
And I want to get into the finish, too.
That's all of his feuds. He always just rematch after rematch after rematch after rematch.
So now let's say we are going to have instant replay and say it's going to be okay. So the referee comes down and sees the instant replay and says he's going to restart the match. That should have instantly be. He sees the instant replay and sees instead of Ricardo throwing in the towel, it's Swagger. So Zeb threw in the towel. So winner Del Rio. Not restart. That makes no sense at all against the rules. He threw in the towel.
No, there definitely
been that would have been a better finish.
Absolutely.
It would have made more sense.
So here's
I was yelling at the TV when
so
that
they
happened.
did restart the match, and there's an exchange again in submission holds. I don't even know what the finish is.
I don't even remember,
I'm confused at what I
honestly.
wrote down.
It was an arm bar. I'm sure.
Yeah, Del Rio got the win.
Yeah.
I'm confused on my notes because I see that
Del Rio got. I don't even
Swagger
remember.
He got the arm bar on all of a sudden. And he made him quit.
Yeah, he hits the cross arm breaker. Swagger tries for a counter, not able to do it. I quit. That's it. And then Swagger just suddenly said, I quit.
That's right.
Yeah, we hated that whole
Horrible.
Terrible.
Horrible. And this is the worst match of the night.
How do you do that? How do you pull something off like that? That bad? Like, or to a room full of guys like.
Sucks though. But I know. I mean, I've had some stinkers in my day.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And you walk back and you're frustrated.
I don't blame Del Rio.
And the only thing you got to do is put it behind you.
It's not
dwell on it.
Fault.
Know that it was the past, and you're gonna go on and try to have the best match you can tomorrow.
And those guys are both good.
We're having a lot of weird things by creative right now. A lot of things that don't make sense. I think they have people that don't. I don't know that they have someone that truly understands wrestling right now. There. I mean, they got to because Michael Hayes is there. He's got. I wonder how some of that gets through because Michael Hayes is old school and knows all this stuff. I don't know. I don't know Michael Hayes and haven't seen his creativity, but you would think so that he would know a lot of this stuff.
You would think.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously got to be somebody, the person at the top.
Sometimes things aren't clicking.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Lull. Josh Matthews in the back with the Ryback. The Ryback says John Cena's a liar. And Cena's not getting up because I'm not going to let him. Ryback rules.
I don't like that Ryback rules.
I love Ryback rules.
I like it. You know why I like it? Because it's weird. Because they're pushing it when it should be almost. That's the only thing that's really good about it.
Tornado tag team matchup, and we saw a great sign in the crowd for this one.
Was this the John Cena misspelled sign?
No, that we'll get it to there in the John Cena
later
match.
On? Okay.
It was St. Louis.
Was that the John Cena match or was that the Shield match?
Don't knock St. Louis.
I'm just saying, what the heck?
It was
St. Louis. St. Louis was kick-ass tonight.
That is where my alma mater is.
The crowd was hot tonight.
The crowd was fantastic with their energy.
Yeah.
And did we even go? No, that's coming up next. So I was gonna say the next match. They're on fire for Randy Orton.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So the sign that I liked that I saw.
Wait. I just thought of this. No, I'm sorry. You just said Randy Orton.
Can we get some sort of cool sound effect, drum roll, something? Yeah. He's got something big to say.
big to say.
Ryan thought of something.
Do you know why Randy Orton was so huge tonight? Because it's his home friggin' town.
Well, we talked about that.
Did we say that? Okay, I didn't even think about it
Not
until
on air,
now.
Ryan thought of something that's already
Shut up. Shut up. No one wants to hear from you. Seriously,
If
Jesus.
you look at his eyes, the facial expression changes.
Let's
I
continue.
have something obvious to say.
Oh my God! There's gonna be a fight going on.
There may be. Let's continue.
Oh, war. The sign that I liked was, "Hey, Shield, why are you wet?"
Every time they come
Because they're always wet when they come to the ring. They're greased up. They're slicked up. Excuse me.
They are. But aren't a lot of wrestlers?
Always greased and oiled.
Those are a lot of steps they gotta climb up.
I feel like maybe Bo Dallas just wrung out his hair on the Shield or something.
Ew, that's gross. That's gross.
He was even more wet.
This was the match that I think we were looking for. Good brawl, good use of action, good separation of each guy, and having a lot of stuff going on.
The beginning, there was a lot going on, but it really settled down about halfway through and got really good.
As we're at that halfway through part, Kane essentially hits a choke slam on Reigns. Reigns spears Kane. And then, man, I wrote just terribly today.
I love tornado tag matches, though.
Reigns goes over to
fun.
Daniel Bryan, who's down and out in the corner, and he says, "You try and break my arm, I'm going to break your face."
Yeah, boy, get it in there. I love it.
It's like the rock your face of 3MB. We just like when these guys like to do things to people's faces.
Yeah.
Reigns and Rollins work so well together. They work so well off of each other.
Rollins with a big knee, Reigns with another big spear. Daniel Bryan saves the count right there. Roll up to a no lock. Reigns reverses it and then slingshots Daniel Bryan up to a kick by Rollins on the outside. Reigns hoists him up into a torture rack position. Rollins on the top with the flying knee, modified Doomsday device, because essentially the same type of flip over and all that.
No, he had him in a backbreaker.
He had him torture racked and then flipped him on.
Yeah, so his whole Doomsday device is
oh, you're right. It's on the shoulders.
Electric
Correct.
chair.
Yeah. Good point. I'm totally off there. But
similar. It's a shoulder move.
Shield picks up the win and becomes our new tag team champions. Shield, each member, all members, 3 members wearing championship gold.
Got it.
Love it.
It's good stuff.
The Shield got it. I love it. So what's going to happen with Hell No now? I guess we'll find out tomorrow night.
I think that feud's going to start up. I mean,
they've got it's time.
Yeah.
That tag team. I mean, put it this way: that tag team was never originally planned to be together.
No.
I mean, as I always said, when I shot Anger Management, they shot them fighting. There was going to be a blow-off match between the two.
And you shot that pre-SummerSlam. I think it aired the week after SummerSlam, right?
Correct.
And they tried to split them up once before, didn't they?
They seem like they try a couple times, then they figure the chemistry's too good. They keep them back.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the beginning of the end for them.
It's time. Who would? And I guess do you go Daniel Bryan heel on it? I guess he never kind of really did a full face turn. He was always tweenerish.
But then what other tag teams do you have? I mean, you have like
doesn't matter.
Primetime players, the Usos.
Yeah, I mean,
but none of them are strong enough to go against the Shield.
But see that, Hell No is one of those like 2 main star teams put together where you put the belts on them for a while and you forget about the tag team division. That's what they were. So hopefully we'll now get a resurgence of the tag teams and the Usos will come in and maybe bring Ascension in and some of the teams from NXT and start putting some teams together.
Big Show.
Evan Bourne returning soon.
Yeah, who I believe they're talking about maybe putting a tag team with Sin Cara.
I would rather stick him in with Pac, Adrian Neville. Put those two together because Adrian Neville's partner is hurt right now.
International Air.
Is it Aiden English? Is that his partner?
No, Oliver North.
No,
Oliver Gray.
Oliver Gray. Oliver North. Talk about politics.
Exactly. Big Show taking on Randy Orton, and as we said, in the hometown of Randy Orton, St. Louis. This crowd was intense for this match. Everything that Orton did got a reaction from the crowd, from a facial expression to a body movement to a pose to a move. He had the crowd in his.
He knows how to work a crowd, man.
He's good, man. Orton can be boring at times, but he's just really good.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
You could say that at full volume. You don't have to be so secretive there. At times.
Yeah.
At times.
Not the guy. I don't want to get too much technical, but Randy Orton's one of the guys that I watch out at his footwork and some of the things, you know, I try to take after and watch him. He does some things better than anyone else does, and certain things in wrestling. Not to get too specific, but
Big
he does
Show
some great things.
Sets up a ladder on 2 chairs, makes a bridge, goes for the Vader bomb or the Vader, you know, or the. It
was like this elbow.
Catapult
like he turned it into an elbow.
That's what his move normally is.
Yeah.
He does it as an elbow. So I don't know why we weren't thinking that that's what it is. But
if he had somehow gone to the top rope and gone for the moonsault, it would have right there made the most epic match of all time, I think. It would have been unbelievable.
Good night,
we
folks.
knew it wasn't going to happen.
that hyped moonsault we've been hearing about for about 17 years.
17 years or so, yeah. Supposedly was done in practice.
Orton hits the rope DDT. Crowd goes nuts. And then, not even out of nowhere this time, he just locked it in and hit that RKO. Oh, wait.
The big moment.
He did hit the RKO there.
And just on that, for a Big Show to hold himself up
on the ropes, core strength.
What kind of core strength does that man have? That's incredible. That's is he about 450, 500 pounds? Bridge. I mean, that's a lot of strength to hold yourself up.
He's amazing.
Incredible.
You would think it would go ahead, Josh.
Oh, just some of the bumps that he takes on a daily basis. It's like, dude, you would think you're like 200 pounds, man. This guy's like 500.
He bumps like a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And while
It's
this
crazy.
RKO did not come out of nowhere, it wasn't enough for the finish, so Randy Orton had to dig down deep into his bag of tricks, pull out something special,
Banned,
pull
baby.
out something aggressive, pull out something banned,
Oh,
Ryan.
no.
Randy Orton hits the punt kick on the head of the Big Show.
When's the last time we saw that?
Who did he retire last time? I mean, it had to be the last time he retired someone, which is the Legend Killer. I mean, that's years ago with the Legend Killer.
He did. He hit Punk with it on Punk's first title run when they pulled the title off Punk. When he was doing it with when he was the Legacy. He was doing it with Legacy.
I would say
Legacy
It's been a couple
was
years.
before that too, wasn't it?
No, Legend Killer was Legacy was after Legend Killer. Legend Killer is with was with Flair and all them, right? He started Legend Killer with Evolution.
It was after Evolution, right after.
Thought it was like right at the end. I thought he started
He had
with
a face
Evolution.
turn after Evolution, and then he went heel. And
Well, okay, is that when he started the Legend Killer thing?
So now this was a no DQ match at Extreme Rules. So
what's the difference between Extreme Rules and no DQ?
That's why I said both of them just to cover the bases. But like,
They are the same.
That's the name of the
This is a band.
pay-per-view.
They are
That's
the
why.
same.
So this is a banned move. It's banned indefinitely, no matter what the stipulation in the match
I would say in an Extreme Rules,
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
So okay, so
And-
no pile
And that's
drivers
why he was
tonight.
able to pull it out.
And here's the thing: it's not as much a banned move as far as a storyline thing. It's a banned move as far as behind the scenes. They don't. It's like the pile driver.
Right,
It's
right.
a
That's
move
what I
that
was
they don't.
wondering,
It's like it's like the chops. It's just a move you're not
Yeah,
allowed
it's not
to do.
banned to the public's sake.
Yeah.
It's not like it's in the rule book. It's
Yeah.
just that behind the scenes they say it's too dangerous. We can't do it.
Right, or it looks too dangerous, so they don't, because he actually doesn't always.
Well,
make
and
contact,
I
but-
think it's because kids can easily duplicate
Yes,
that move and start
absolutely.
punting their friends in the
Yes,
head.
100%.
God, terrible.
It's 100% why they
Oh my.
why
Right in
they
the temple.
You know, don't try this at home, but doesn't.
Yeah, we all.
No one listens to that.
right.
WWE Championship on the line as John Cena defends against the Ryback. And this was the other sign in the crowd. John Cena sign, where it's just white
J-H-O-N.
poster board that says John Cena, and it's spelled J-H-O-N, as thick and as clear as
Have you
possible.
ever seen on a
I will have to say, I lived in St. Louis for a while. The public school system is not that great there.
Don't
Wow,
talk crap about
Cathy
St. Louis.
Kelley.
I
Gabby,
love
come on
St.
up.
Louis. No, I love St. Louis.
Public school?
Anyone there will say that. I mean, anyone there will say that.
Maybe he's like an amazing.
he went,
Maybe he's just an amazing troll in the audience, and he was just trying to hurt people's brains at home,
That's
going,
funny.
"How did you spell John?"
I
wrong?"
think
I think
it's
you're giving
funnier.
too much credit on that one.
No,
Or he's
I think
just
he
an
just, I think he just spelled it.
No. Who takes that much time? Like, he blacked in
I mean,
those
you're right.
letters.
They were big
I think it was
letters.
on purpose.
just
What do you
angry.
what do you think about this match not being the main event?
I
title, the biggest-
figured it was going to be this.
Probably, yeah, but still, it doesn't. I mean,
I figured that the cage was going last with Trips.
If you had such
but
big
it should,
spots
you
planned
figure
for
it should,
this
but
match.
it shouldn't have gone last.
Yeah, this should have gone.
This
last
should have gone
then.
last.
And I think the other answer is they couldn't end the pay-per-view on the way that this match ended.
100%. So you ended a different way. So you rewrite and you write it a better ending for the final match.
Back and forth matchup. Big shoulder tackles by Ryback.
Beast mode.
Ryback looked strong.
Wow.
He did.
Ryback looked like the monster that everyone said, oh, you got this guy who's supposed to be a monster and he walks away from fights. Ryback was the monster tonight.
Tonight was his best heel work.
Fight.
It was his best heel work
He
tonight.
was strong in the ring as a heel, but unfortunately this finish was very much tainted. They battled up to the stage area, and Ryback ends up getting a hold of Cena and rams him through the lights and the screen, causes an explosion.
They were watching you last night.
I think so, because I had an explosion in my match as well. Cena's laid out on the metal, on the steel frame. Ryback's down and out. No counts were made.
But then Ryback gets up and walks away.
Yeah, the doctors start working on everybody. Cena's apparently suffered severe injury to his neck. I think it was to the neck, they're saying.
Yeah, well, that's part of the spine.
Yeah.
They started wrenching his neck when they got over there, too.
Well, they tried to do the roll, too.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, yeah, y'all are...
But then Ryback got up on his feet, and there's no reason that Cena shouldn't have been counted out for that loss. Instead, we get a no contest that makes no sense on a pay-per-view like this. I don't mind swerve finishes. I don't mind dusty finishes. I don't even mind screwing the crowd on a finish sometimes. But this one was just awkward.
It didn't make sense.
And it didn't work on this pay-per-view.
Guys, it's only Cena can do this, man. Only Cena can get carted off in a stretcher.
Okay,
well,
kicked
out of shell shock.
He's not super
and
Cena.
here's my problem.
Cena wins.
You could have and this is once again this writing thing where you can very simply fix things just by thinking a little bit. All you have to do is have the referee count to 10 and count them both down. Have them go down and then go into that.
Absolutely.
That's all you have to do. But instead they don't, and it makes no sense. It's so simple. It's just simple logic. It doesn't take very much brain power to put that in. I don't understand.
Say simple logic again.
Simple logic.
The way you said logic was funny. Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't talk about this.
The Mike Utley?
The thumb.
The Mike Utley thumbs up?
It's not even just that it was the thumbs up. It was the quiver.
It's because he was electrocuted.
Oh, yeah.
It was just quivering. It was a quiver and thumbs up. Quiver and thumbs up. And then we got to see a phenomenal display of acting by Randy Orton for the Payback commercial.
And does anybody actually watching that remember the Mike Utley thumbs up thing? That was like 1992 when that happened.
Well, I think that's standard that when a guy gets carted off.
I see that all the time.
I guess it's from that one thing. That's where it's from.
But that happens all
Everyone
the
does it in
time.
NFL. Like
That's the standard thing. If you're getting carted off, you give the thumbs up to acknowledge the crowd.
I'm be good, guys. Yeah. So we'll see Cena tomorrow night running around.
So we got some
no mention of the Achilles.
So we got some tweets about even the way that this match started, because Cena kind of went after Ryback right from the get-go. Attacked him strong, running down the rampway. So Cena gets attacked, his ankle attacked with the chair and crushed in the chair on Monday, and now he's full strength and running down there. It's funny because
his Achilles.
But you always hear the old school producers, trainers, old school wrestlers who are involved in the office at WWE talking about that old school psychology and making sure you sell and tell the story, and then they don't sell what they did last week.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Brock Lesnar versus Triple H in the steel cage.
Not a main event match to me.
This one didn't.
Main event in 2002.
Ooh, yeah, that'd been awesome.
Been a huge match in 2002.
Did he ever face Triple H during the prime time? I know he faced Rock.
I just feel like we've seen this before. Like, I mean, not the cage part, but like
actually,
we've seen this.
This is the third time now.
I think everyone was expecting brutality at its most brutal for this match. This is supposed to be the rubber match. We got an extreme match at Mania. We got a guy who got knocked out with the sledgehammer, and now we have a cage match with no blood, no plunder. No,
but a sledgehammer on the top of the cage.
Camouflaged. A camouflage.
Which honestly, I don't have a problem that there's a sledgehammer up there, but they should bring up the fact that that's a conflict of interest because the COO used his powers of being a COO to plant the weapon.
Yeah.
That which was unfair. Now I don't have a problem with that because technically he has the power to get that planted. But bring that up. He shouldn't have been able to do that.
Triple H should be the next target for the Shield.
No. You can't do that. You can't abuse your power like that.
Yeah.
Brock goes for a flying knee. Triple H gets out of the way. Knee goes driving into the cage, and this was the beginning of a change of tide for Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Paul, my knee.
That's right. Oh, my knee,
God.
Paul, help me.
Oh, Paul.
We even had weird moments on this, so even with that injury, it's
Why didn't
fine.
he have knee pads?
Yeah, well, he didn't wear knee pads.
He don't wear knee pads.
But Triple H had giant elbow pads on tonight.
What the heck?
Giant, like they were.
I'm gonna be good.
From like
had to protect
forearm to the
himself against
shoulder.
any possible Kimura action. Or anything.
Actually, that I didn't even think about that, but that
He's gonna be
actually
taping his arm up all the way up.
You know
to
what?
the
That would
elbow.
make sense. Wearing big elbow pads, trying to counteract that thing. So then Brock should have ripped one of those off at one point.
Yeah, and there was also a moment where Brock should have just walked out of the cage and
Yes.
won.
Yeah, when Heyman opened, or like the door was open,
to give him a chair.
Heyman gave him the chair. Why didn't you just jump out of the cage?
The answer is going to be they're going to say it's because Brock just wanted to punish and destroy
I know.
Triple
Well,
H.
then
Step out onto the floor,
but it's
walk
stupid.
back in,
But it's
beat the
stupid.
crap out of him, and punish him.
And
on the
also
floor.
with the sledgehammer, when he goes to the top, Brock's down and grabs
He
the
could have just
sledgehammer.
climbed
He
over
could
and
just
won.
climbed right over and won.
Which would have made more sense for Triple H at
Did
that
we-
point because he needed the win.
Yes.
We never had once, right? Tonight, the classic moment of a guy crawling towards the door and like
No.
the other dude pulling him out. We
No.
never had one of those
We didn't have
moments.
the classic spots. I think we did have the classic door slam on the head though, I think, right?
Yeah, it's always.
Josh, I think your girlfriend wrote one last note on my paper. If you couldn't read that one right there.
She's so cool. Huh? Oh yeah, Corey is so cool to watch pay-per-view with. You're supposed to mention that apparently.
We did.
That'd be very good.
And I did it without me getting heat for like, hey, me and Kaori were watching the pay-per-view together.
Well, you were kind of getting a back rub from
Josh.
I was
Back
gonna say
from
who.
Josh. I'm gonna say who.
It actually
She was
started
working on you.
with Kaori, but then she was like, well, Josh actually has a certification as a massage therapist. So I said, let me get some of those magic fingers, Josh.
Are you really certified?
I was. I didn't get.
You should be coming. You should be in the back of shows with us. $5 a rub down, man. You make money.
I was.
I've seen guys. I've seen
rephrase that, please.
I've seen guys.
I got a rub down for the night.
Rub down, baby.
Lucy
$5 rub down.
Happy endings before the
It's
match?
so funny. It was such an innocent thing, and you have such a filthy mind. You just turn everything dirty.
didn't say
Everything
it.
PG, you just turn PG-13
You laughed at the
or
12-foot
R.
strap-on Monday. Don't lie.
I didn't say it.
It's just the things that are said around Josh or sometimes.
You can always.
The three hottest guys.
Yeah. Well, that was.
That was our pay-per-view for the evening.
Yeah. How about it?
Brock Lesnar.
Solid.
Do we even say what the finish was? Brock Lesnar ends up hitting the F5.
I don't even remember the finish.
Hits the F5, gets the pinfall.
Oh,
and
he
it's
used the
finish.
sledgehammer on Triple H. Yeah, he hit him and then he did the F5.
Yeah.
And now-
then Triple H is in the ring, and we get to see him in the ring for a very long time.
Yeah, and we
He
get to
gets
see
helped
him
out.
actually get pulled up, and his music came on as he got assisted to the back, I believe.
Yeah, well, they went to the post show, and we
Yeah,
got a
and
little
then we
post show
came
wrap
back.
up, and then we came back to Brock again, which is cool to have the little post show in there. I like
post-shows-
that.
I like that they're doing a post show. Something just seems off with it.
It's the first time they've done
Renee,
it.
Wade,
Don't like her.
Barrett. It was
a weird panel.
Right.
Yeah.
And we should mention Barrett's change.
Yeah, so in the pre-show, Barrett's in a Wade Barrett T-shirt,
Yeah.
and in the post-show,
and
he's
I'm
in a
like,
nice button
Clum's
down.
like, don't
Get him in a shirt. Get a producer on the line there.
He's like, okay, Clum said, you know,
And they put him in a shirt.
he got a nice shirt.
Overall ratings for the evening, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and give a B-, but it's
Yeah.
probably a C+.
I'm at the C+, B- area.
I'm there with you too.
You know what? With the
It's good that we all have conflicting opinions.
yeah. The undercard is what saved the show, in my opinion.
Kath?
I was just bummed. I really wanted a good pay-per-view, and I felt like there were a couple things that didn't really make sense. Commentary was a little off tonight, but I'm glad we had another pay-per-view. I don't know.
Here's the question. What was a better pay-per-view, this or Mania? Because we
Mania.
were not happy with Mania.
I wasn't happy with Mania, but Mania was definitely better.
Punk and Undertaker.
Mania's still better.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, Punk.
But there are
Take the
also,
last two matches
I
off
think
Mania.
there are
This was
some
gonna
Monday
beat out
Night
Mania.
Raws in the last month that
Could
I
have
could
been
say
good.
were better than this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I was hoping for.
NXT
I
is
think
better than this
I think for
pay-per-view.
me, and this is what always happens, and this is what happens in wrestling as being a fan, is when you anticipate things being really good, they never meet anticipation.
We need to start-
When you don't have that
Yeah.
anticipation, they go beyond expectations. And
We need more
The
First
Shield
think it
Blood.
won.
was-
The Shield won all the gold.
I
can't
more
get
love
First
mad.
Blood.
the Shields matches. I think were great. I love those. I think a lot of it was there were some last-minute changes because of injuries, because they had to switch a lot of stuff around, and I feel like that contributed a lot to what happened tonight.
They need to get new guys, new stars. They need to start bringing. They need Corey Graves up there. They need to bring Bray Wyatt up in these situations.
I want the family to be awesome.
The Bray Wyatt family needs to come up. I wonder if they'll bring the whole family up and do that whole gimmick or try to stick something else on him. But I love that Bray Wyatt gimmick.
We will see what happens, and we will see how they follow up from this pay-per-view tomorrow on Monday Night Raw.
What's the next pay-per-view?
I think it'll be a good Monday Night Raw.
Should be a good Raw. You can join us after the show where we'll be recapping it and giving our thoughts and opinions. And tomorrow, I may drop some bombshell news.
Uh-oh.
Good or bad?
Tune in, ladies and gentlemen.
You're gonna have to tune in, but there may be some news tomorrow.
Dropping pipe bombs.
I mean,
pipe bombs. You're dropping a pipe bomb.
I did have a wrestling match that I lost my career in, so
yeah,
I lost.
Why are you clapping?
Because he did a great job.
Because 14 years in the independent wrestling business.
That's huge.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, many people, I'm sure, who listen don't know, but you've done a lot.
Today's pay-per-view was interesting. It was fun. I apologize if my energy is a little diminished.
Yeah, it's a long weekend.
It's late for me. It's been a very long weekend.
It's a long weekend, and
it's late for our East Coasters who are listening.
And you went through tables last night.
Plug, baby. Make some plugs. Plug the Twitter. Let's make this quick.
Twitter at Cluminator on YouTube. Ryan Clum, and then next weekend I will be up in Santa Maria, California for Vendetta Underground.
That sounds
Vendetta.
Intense.
Yeah. It'll be fun. Yeah. it's very intense.
Let me guess. At Showtime Josh. That's at Showtime Josh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen.
And $5 massages. $5 Burbank.
Rub downs.
Give me some rub downs, boys.
See to the Kize.
You can find me on Twitter at Cathy Kelley. My blog is up there, and then Chatting with Cathy. 2 new episodes this week, so make sure to find those on AfterBuzz TV.
Hottest new show on AfterBuzz.
Oh,
Chatting with Cathy. It's up on the board, number 5 already.
Ooh, climbing.
Look at that.
You can check me out at I Am Smiley. I say go to my YouTube and subscribe also, youtube.com/Rixelplix. Yeah, that's going to be an easy one for them to figure out.
I actually tried to go to your YouTube the other day. I was trying to go. Didn't it used to be I Am Smiley?
No, I don't own I Am Smiley.
Oh, okay.
Some kid's got it, even though he hasn't updated the video in 3 years, and I can't do anything about it. With all that said, this has been your AfterBuzz After Show for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Bye-bye, Bertie.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.